Hey guys, my name is Phantom, back with another video. Um, Basically, I got a new monitor, which of course I have the best game to play here with a new monitor. The game in which response time doesn't even matter. But that's okay. I'm just gonna make my seat a bit higher so I can be more face level with y'all. You see, I'm hanging off my tippy toes right now because I'm only 5'4", but that's okay. Um, let's just get started with this. I'm sorry that I haven't played this in a while. It's just a bit hard not to feel cringe making different voices while talking to myself in a dark room. Sorry. But let's just get it over with because we gotta be close to the end. There's no way that the end is not close to this. Alright. I've got finals all week, and yet I still feel like I have a ton more studying to do. Everyone in Latin House is hard at work trying to get their last study sessions in. Isabella's been locked up in her room since dawn. Sally's barely been outside to walk her dog. Even Rakesh is... Hold on, my audio's coming out a bit loud. Jeez. Even Rakesh is... As I look into Rakesh's room, I'm actually not sure what Rakesh is doing. He appears to be doing a kind of headstand on his books. Rakesh, I think you get less money from the student bookstore if you ruin the book. Unfortunately, I think I startled Rakesh as he crashes to the ground. I briefly consider running before he recognizes me. Skip it. And the more I consider it, the more that seems like a good idea. Who's there? I don't say anything, and then just start to slink off. What he doesn't know can't hurt him. Must have been the wind. I breathe a silent sigh of relief and head to my room for some studying. Damn, okay, instantly. Professor Task's final is grueling. I swear he's never even hinted at half of these concepts before. I'm barely prepared for this test, but I've got to do my best. There's nothing else for it. I'm just gonna have to finish this test out and find out what happens. I finally turn in my test and shake my head at the professor. I make my way out of the class as quickly as possible. The other students grow in frustration are all the motivation I need. Several hours later, I'm sitting in the living room of Latin House, watching TV with the others when Anne bursts in the door. Everyone, you won't believe it. We're going to the beach for spring break. Private beach house. Wait, what? Seriously, the dean of school called Professor Task's room. Apparently, Professor Task's stupid prisoner's dilemma was dangerously close to the line. So to make up for it, the school is letting us use Professor Task's beach house. We have to pay our own way there and food and stuff, but the beach house is on a private lot, and it's all ours. This is incredible. Oh damn, I guess that old snake's trick to catch up to him eventually. This is incredible. Everyone, I forgot what he said. This is not incredible for me. This is not incredible for me. We might have to cut this to like a PC recording of what happens, cause look at my stats. I don't think I'm hitting what I need to hit. Oh, I don't think I'm hitting either of them. What? I did the math? Wait, no, I did the math. Did I not? I could have sworn I literally did the math. Don't tell me I did the math wrong. Unless if we have one more week, I'm cooked. Please. Please, 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 dude. I didn't even get one of them. The requirements above are to unlock the spring break romance scenes. The requirements for the ending romances are different, so check back after spring break. There might be other prerequisites for some characters, but you must discover them. Let's just see. Maybe the game will hook me up. Maybe it won't. This is my bad, though. This is my mistake. Everyone's packing their stuff. Nobody could stop talking about our trip to the beach house. I'm a little worried that we still have to pay our own way, but I think I've gotten enough squirreled away. Luckily, I've got a van big enough to carry all of us down there. Since I'm driving, everyone else is chipping in for my gas. You almost ready? Almost, just a couple more things. Hey, what do you think of this swimsuit? Isabella holds up a skimpy two-piece against her shirt. Damn, babe, I thought the beach house was no smoking. You see, it's also hard to not feel cringe as I'm saying this shit to myself in a dark room. Boy, please, I am downright on fire. Anyway, hurry up. We're all itching to get going. Seriously, you ripped that one on purpose. God, those last 3 miles were hell. You're full of it. Quit trying to blame it on me. Come on, guys, we're here. It doesn't matter anymore. Our lungs will probably grow back. It's fine. Ha. It was a long 15-hour trip, but we finally made it. The beach house sits before us, and the ocean sits just on the other side of it. It's pretty late. What do we want to do? Let's get settled in the house first. I want to see what the room situation is like. So, are we really the only ones here all week? Yeah, unfortunately, Roxanne and the others had to bow out. They couldn't afford their own transportation. I'd feel bad, but this place doesn't really look big enough for all of us anyway. That's right. The house looks pretty cozy. Once we've got the door open and the place got it out, it looks like there's only 3 bedrooms. Each has a king-size bed in it, but still. Well, I suppose we could split off into pairs. Maybe someone can use the couch out here. Actually, let's just use the 2 rooms for 3 people. We can go girls and boys. What? Why wouldn't we use all the rooms? I look at Isabella, who gives me a quick nod. Suddenly I know exactly what she's thinking. Because, numbnuts, we've already got a perfectly good split here. Why mess up all of the rooms? Because it's ours for the next week? That means we have to be rude. No. It's much better if we leave one of the rooms empty, where we know that none of the others will be in it. Everyone knows that we shouldn't go into that room, especially without a knocking. Dominic looks between us, as realization slowly dawns on his face. I'm just saying it's a long week. Lots of folk about. Come on, douchenick, catch the hint already. Yeah, I get it. You two are gross, but whatever, fine. Isabella and I high-five as everyone starts settling into the house. Everyone splits up across male or female, setting their stuff down and making their sleeping arrangements. Alright, boys, let's get our crap down. I figured there'd be a bed situation, so I've got my sleeping bag with me. Are you sure you're not just planning on spending this week on somebody else's bed? Hey, the week is young, my dim-witted friend. The week is young, and so are those hotties out on the beach. Dominic rolls his eyes while Rakesh shakes his head. I throw my bedroll on the floor while Dominic and Rakesh eye the bed. I've slept in worse places. Let me see if I can find a few blankets, and I'll take the other side of the bed. Dominic walks out to find a linen closet. This is so exciting! It's gonna be a blast, bro. It's not a slumber party. What a fucking Debbie Downer, bro. Yes, my friend, we will party hard. You know it, my man. I go to give Rakesh a fist bump, but I don't know if he's gotten that one yet, so it's mostly just kind of a awkward handshake. Still, he's grinning, I'm grinning. Should be a lot of fun. +5. Is he just... Bro, you good? Alright, let's cut it a night, gents. We've got a long week. Get the lights, would you, Max? Yes, turn out the lights, Max. I'm sure nothing will happen. In the dark. Oh, if it's hair-raising tales you're looking for. You all settle in for some fun on our first night. And hopefully the last night I'll be spending in a bed alone during this trip. Come on, everyone. The beach isn't gonna lie all over itself. First one there to get the rub this... First one there gets to rub the suntan lotion on my back. Everyone's up and dressed for some fun on the beach. Sally cooked us up some great vegan pancakes for breakfast. Shout out to Fortnite for updating. You didn't let me play your game, bro. I wanted to see the Star Wars Cantina update. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to spending the day on the beach. Our first day here was basically just went into the nearby town and picked up supplies. We found a nice little outlet mall. Sally and Dominic wanted to look through it a bit, so we ended up spending our day in town just enjoying the local flavor. Today is promising to be some fun on the beach. The sky is clear and the water is warm. I can't wait! Now this is my idea of a good week off. Our section of the beach is private, but I've still got more than an eyeful with the ladies running around. And in the incredibly unlikely chance I get bored, I could just walk a little ways over and be on public property. Suddenly, it's girls galore. What the hell are these back shots, bro? What the fuck are these? Rakesh and Sally looking out over the water looks like they're thinking about going in first. No, Rakesh, you're not going to be able to snorkel in here. It's too shallow. I suppose, looking at it, you may be right. Still, I would like to explore and see. Anne and Isabella are sitting under a beach umbrella putting on their various creams. Anne's got a couple of books next to her. Looks like she knows what she's doing today. Meanwhile, I'm trying to help Douchenick set up a net for some beach volleyball. No, it has to go on a third rung, you dumbass. Otherwise, it's gonna be too low. It's a net, not a limbo stick. Shut up, jackass. If you don't get it straight, we won't be doing anything with it. Ooh, Rakesh, shake that pretty ass, boy. Y'all don't get to clip that, bro. Y'all better clip the rest of this gameplay if you go clip that. Behave, Isabella. Come on, Rakesh. Let's see how deep it gets out there. Watch out for the undertow, you two. It's nice to have the whole house out here. Getting along and enjoying the beach. It almost feels like we've got our own nice little family. A few hours later, everyone's gathered around the deck table with another great lunch properly finished off. Thanks for the meal, Rakesh. That was great. Yeah, man, good job. Though I'm eyeing that grill, I think we may have to fire that up tonight. You bought charcoal, right? And some hamburger and veggie patties. Oh, that sounds delicious too. I'm gonna end up stuffing myself silly this week. Who says that? Well, then we're just gonna have to exercise that much harder. True. We should go do something now. Hey, let's put that volleyball net to good use. What do you folks say? I'm game. Let's do it. I'll lead one team. You don't get enough trying to herd cats being our RA? Pfft, I'm not gonna stop until I whip you into shape. The rest of us decide it's not worth it to argue with him and let him lead one of the teams. Sally volunteers to lead the other one. The two confer for a few moments before turning to us with their team selections. Okay, we discussed what seemed fair, and for the teams it's me, Rakesh, and for team 1. For team 2, it's Sally, Isabella, and any stray hobos they can pick up. Sally elbows Dominic in the ribs. Come on, Max. Isabella, let's clobber these suckers. Isabella and I cheer and high-five while we walk over to Sally. The three of us huddle on our side of the net to make some strategy. Okay, Max, you're gonna be our first server. You know, Anne's our weak point, so try and pick her out if you can. Don't be mean, though, okay? Hey, all's fair in love and war. Ha, calm it down there, Top Gun. We've got this. You got a good height advantage. Just spike that ball wherever you can. I nod as well as put our hands together. What the hell? I can't read. I nod as we all put our hands in the middle and pull them up with a cheer. You chumps ready for the fire? Don't get too cocky, Missy. We've got brawn and brains to spare. Pfft, you mean you've gone spare? I messed up that. My bad, yo. We have spare tires in our brains. What the fuck does that mean? Everyone looks at Rakesh for a moment, but decides to let it pass. Let's say we make it interesting, folks. Oh, what are you thinking? Let's say the winning team gets out of cleaning duties for the rest of the trip. Oh yes, I will enjoy all my extra free time. Ha! You wish! Dominic fishes a quarter out of a pocket and flips it. He points to me and says to call it. Luckily, Tails doesn't fail me, and it's our turn first. Dominic tosses me the ball. It looks like it's my serve. Serve it to Dominic, serve it to Rakesh, serve it to Anne. I watch Anne out of the corner of my eye for a moment before dishing up a high fast one at her. Unfortunately, what I couldn't have anticipated was that rather than going for it, she'd duck out of the way. The ball goes out of bounds as Dominic and Rakesh rush for the ball moments before realizing my mistake. I shake my head and shrug at my teammates. Sorry guys, sorry, I'll get the ball, though at least we got a point, right? We rotate positions with Dominic serving this time. He tosses the ball and does a jump serve right to Isabella. Isabella laughs as she easily returns the ball back over the net. We got a couple good volleys in. Rakesh almost spikes one home, but last minute dive by Sally saves it. Suddenly, just as I'm figuring out that Dominic's jump towards the net is a fake out for Anne's bumping over, I realize that the ball's coming right for me. I need to try and score here. Try to spike it over the net, try to set it up for one of her teammates, try to bump it over the net behind the other team. Set it up for one of your teammates. I watch Rakesh and Anne's eyes on me. They know I'm going to try to spike it. I see Isabella in perfect position. I get under the ball and set it straight for her. Isabella grins and takes a running leap at the ball. I watch in awe as she manages to mistime her jump, completely sending the ball into the net. You're about to lose, bro. Ooh, nothing but net. Oh, shut up, Dominic. It wasn't funny the first 3 times. After another half an hour, we're all freezing hot and sweaty, but it's been great exercise. Sally's team has scored 12 to Dominic's 14. We're getting really close to match point, and it's my serve again. I have a chance to maybe end the game right here since we're only playing at 15. Now, where to serve it this time? Rakesh doesn't understand, right? Because he's not very native to America. I know those two have been covering Ann this whole game, and I think Dominic's expecting another cheap shot. I rear up and slap the ball home right to Rakesh. I watch as the ball sails right past him and smacking the sand right on the inside edge of the boundary line. Woo! Aced it! It would have been more dramatic if the last point had been some epic struggle, but it really wasn't. The ball was served normally, and we even managed to volley a few times. Then, without warning, Sally went for a set and stumbled in the sand. The ball bounced off her outstretched arms and rolled gently out of bounds. That made it Dominic team's point. Everyone laughed and cheered as the final point was scored. Rakesh, Ann, and Dominic all high-five and grasp hands on their side of the net. They were pretty happy with themselves. Well, looks like I'll be cooking with extra dishes tonight. I will have much more free time now that you losers will have to clean. I don't know what the fuck you said. Nice work, everyone. It was a good game. The final tally was Dom's 15 to Sally's 13. I wandered over to the water and took a few moments to stretch. That was a lot of fun, and I really can't wait to see what the rest of the week will hold. The last 2 days have been incredible. I've been hanging out with my friends on and off the beach. This has probably been the best vacation of my life. Skimpy outfits, hot sun, chance to show off here and there. It's been awesome. It's all the more disappointing that tomorrow we have to pack up and head back to the dorm. Still, I've got one more day to spend here, and I'm gonna make sure it's the best capper yet. I think everyone had the same thought. Actually, after Dominic made everyone's breakfast, we all split off to sort of do our own thing. I've got a good breakfast and a good shower in. I just need to figure out what to do with my day. Of course, I'm playing the event. I walk out onto the deck and take a brief moment to watch over the waves. It's beautiful here. I could see why Professor Task bought it and why he wanted to keep it to himself. Where did everybody go today? I think Rakesh went to the garage. He's probably painting something in there. Or he shouldn't be. Isabella probably went to go fall asleep on the beach. Sally built a bird feeder late Wednesday, so she's probably out getting that set up. And I think Anne went back inside to read by the windows. I guess it is a bit cooler inside. I know that the last quarter of the year is coming up. I probably won't have another chance to get some good alone time with someone. If I don't make that happen now, nobody's gonna have time to try and make it happen later. Let's see what Sally's doing. Here's my thing. If I don't reach it and I can't find a video, I'm literally gonna have to play through this entire thing, the entire thing. I'll probably skip the entire dialogue though, just to get back to this point and do it right, just because I didn't know there was a stat system. Now that could be my fault. I don't know if they ever introduced it, but goddamn am I mad. I change out of my trunks and head around to the back of the house, calling out to see if Sally's there. Shh! As I look closer to where I heard Sally's voice, I see her sitting at a little picnic table, watching over her bird feeder. Two little birds are picking at some sunflower seeds. I take a seat next to Sally at the table and watch the birds for a little while. What kind of birds are they? I think they're finches. Aren't they pretty? I don't answer, just satisfied hanging out with Sally for a while longer. Fucking Christ, dude. Fucking kill me. I'll be right back. Of course, I'm replaying the entire game, and this is a new scene that we have not seen, so I'm coming over here. We're gonna do this together, okay? At 7:45, I head over to Sally's room. Our date's at 8, but I think I know how to score some points. Oh, hey, Max. I'm totally not ready. I actually, She looks nervously around, but I actually cut her off with a grin. I know, I figured you still needed to take care of that. Thought I'd run interference and maybe join you on your walk. Sally sighs with relief and then gives me a big smile. Luckily, the others seem to be out or occupied, so it's pretty easy to get out of the house with Vegemite without being bothered. I play with Veggie a bit before he does his business. Sally came prepared and cleans it up while giving me a speech about being a responsible owner. We drop him back off inside, and Sally asks for Kesh to keep an eye out. With him out of the way, we head out to my van. Next time I'll try to find a place that's dog-friendly. Aw, you're sweet for offering, Max, but he's getting bigger and needs to get more used to me going out sometimes. We head out to the restaurant I picked out and grab a street-side table. The air is crisp, but it's not too cold. Plus, the restaurant has those nice torch things out. Oh, wow. This looks like a great vegetarian selection. Thanks, Max. What kinds of stuff do they have for you? Oh, just assuming I can't hack it in the vegetarian menu. Oh, fuck, I can't read. Oh, feeling adventurous, eh? I'm always adventurous. Adventurous is my middle name. Seriously, it caused a big fuss on my social security card. When the waiter comes over, we both order off the vegetarian menu. I'll admit, I cheat a little by getting a nice soup, but it's got leeks in it, and that should count for something, right? You know, I'm already impressed, right? I'm not gonna pretend I've switched over to vegetarianism, but I like you. You like this stuff, and I like you, so... I shrug as I sip of my water, watching Sally's reaction over the rim of my glass. That's an inside joke of why I just smiled and almost laughed. They know what the rim of the glass means. Y'all know. Not the viewers, but maybe somebody who might watch this. Well, I appreciate a man with an open mind. I hope you enjoy your choice. Anyway, enough about that. How long have you been together with Back Alley Flash? I met Memphis in junior high. We both took music electives, so we played together, even back then. We met others later on. We've only been Back Alley Flash for about a year at this point. We went through a couple of other names. Oh? Yeah, real stupid stuff. Totentans, Skull Taffy. Memphis would never call us the Mighty Max Band. So... you have any real goal at college then? I mean, it seems like you spent a lot of energy on your band. Honestly, not really. You were there that night. We're on our way, you know? College makes a useful place to hang out and a good base of operations. I mean, my parents are footing the bill. Guess they still hope I'll kick this band thing. You haven't found anything that catches your interest? There are a few music classes I've been taking here and there. Most of the ones I can get into in this point, though, are for people who've barely touched an instrument. What about you? You seem like you know what you want. What keeps you coming to class? Mostly the fact that I'm here on scholarships. I worked really hard for, but I know what you mean. I just want to make a difference, and I know there's a lot I don't know yet. Sometimes I think about going into political science. I do good work down there at the student farm, but I don't know if I want to do that kind of agricultural work all my life. I hear ya. I hear ya. Just as we're about to get more into it, our food finally arrives. It's the moment of truth, and the soup's not bad at all. Even the leeks aren't too bad. Sally seems happy that I'm enjoying the meal. She says her own meal is really good too, which is good since I had no way of vetting this place out. As we eat, we continue to discuss our views on schooling and what our goals are. Sally knows she wants to change the way the world works, even if only in a small way. She's taking classes to help her decide how best to do that. I, of course, know I'm going to change the world with the power of rock. Classes are clearly secondary to that. At last, the waiter comes over with the check. Sally raises an eyebrow when I just pay without a second glance. I can pay my own way, you know. I know, but I asked you out, so this time it's on me. Next time you can get it. Aren't you getting ahead of yourself assuming there's gonna be a next time? Pff, as if. I'm like a bag of potato chips. Just one is never enough. Also, I'm extremely salty and kinda bad for you. And I do count as a vegetable, right? Only... I fucking hate this game's dialogue, bro. Only it's so far as you have a vegetable for a brain. Fine, I guess I owe you. We take off back for the house having a nice meal. This time, though, I take the scenic route, giving us a bit more time to talk on our way. When we finally get back home, we get Vegemite back from Rakesh, who was on his best behavior too, and head to Sally's room. Thanks for the meal, and the talk, Max. I had a lot of fun. Sally sits on her bed of Vegemite in her lap. I had fun too. Thanks for coming out with me, Sally. Try to get a kiss? Sally is sitting on her bed looking at me through her bangs. She looks beautiful. She's blushing lightly and her lips part for a moment like she's about to say something, but she doesn't. I sit down next to her on her bed. Our shoulders touch as I lean in close to her. I'm hoping to be able to go out with you again. Sally nods at me, her eyes half lidded as she starts to close her eyes. I can feel her breath as she purses her lips. I lean close, closing my own eyes. Just as our faces are about to touch, I feel a cold, wet tongue lick my cheek. Ah! Vegemite climbed the distracted Sally and decided he was the one I really wanted to kiss. Vegemite, not in front of Sally, she'll get jealous. I told you we had to keep our love secret. I grabbed Vegemite and wrestled with him for a bit, much to Sally's amusement. I can't stay mad at the little guy, even if he ruined a perfectly good scene. Finally, I stand to leave and hand the brat of a puppy back to Sally. Yes. Also, by the way, as you can tell, look at that, a fucking 90. Apparently, I skipped a whole bunch of shit that I could have done, and I also already have the stats, I'm pretty sure. I really did have fun tonight. I hope we can do it again. I'd like that. So as you can see, look at this. Look at this. Only active, only spontaneous, and I was watching a guide. Well, I wasn't watching a guide. I was looking through a guide, and it's getting me here. So, look, 150, 100, yeah. And those are just being boosted and boosted up. I got the college farm. Apparently, I got the cafe job, which is spontaneous. So, yeah. I've been working at it. Sorry, I keep looking over there because I'm so used to the camera being over there. It's not over there anymore. Y'all are up here on my new monitor. I'll see y'all if there's any more new stuff. But thing is, we're on week 13, and I believe we were on week 15 in the other one. Hold on, let me look. We were on week 16. Last time I saved, oh my god, that would have been a mess, dude. Alright, I'll be right back. More new content. So, is this like the farm you worked when you were younger? Not in the slightest. It's pretty fun though. And you're really not bothered by the experiments here. Well, a few are more annoying ones, but overall I know they're reaching for a truly grand goal. Animals can serve a grand goal too, so you're in favor of responsible science. Would you be okay with animal experimentation if it wasn't cruel? Well, I've yet to see someone pull that off, but I guess in the hypothetical, if it could be done with the animal's full permission and without any pain, maybe? You just really love animals, huh? Well, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. 100! We did it, boys! We did it! Is it just me, or does the same guy work every job on campus? What? You better not have said what I think you just said. Oh, okay. I think it was when she breaks up. So I guess we're just gonna go back to, I'm doing my own thing. That one wasn't on the guide, though, so that one kind of came out of nowhere. I guess the guide didn't even know that happened. Be right back. Apparently this is more content. What do you want to know, gorgeous? Gorgeous am I? Alright, answer me this. Do you actually like Vegemite, or are you just putting up with him? Of course I like him. I'm surprised you ask. And I may not be a big pet owner, but that doesn't mean I don't love your pup. Can't believe she thought I might not like your dog. He's a perfectly nice dog. Looking at her now, though, I can tell she was really nervous about it. Well, I'm glad I could put her mind at ease. Alright, nice one, Max. Your turn now. Okay, I choose Isabella. Okay, well, that was it. Thank you, guys. Be right back. Alright, we're back to this moment. They are. I can think of prettier, though I gotta admit, it's only when you get them all together that they are at their prettiest. You are incorrigible. She still smiles at me, though. We watch the birds for a few more moments before they flutter off to whatever business it is birds get up to. I don't get it, Max. I mean, you're a terrible flirt. You're reckless, barely responsible, cute, sure, but... And yet, I can't help but think of you when I'm feeling down. And on the other side, well, I've been told more than once my love of animals borders on psychotic. I believe in things like auras and destiny, and maybe that's what this is, but I don't know. I don't think destiny is a plan that some almighty being wrote in his notebook. With heart starting, the eyes is... Destiny is something you work toward. Destiny is the finish line in a race. You've been working your whole life to win. I don't know if that's stupid or profound. I think that's why I like you, Max. Somehow you just keep walking that line. All men of mystery and cunning walk that line, my dear. Ha, someone's been hanging around Memphis too much. Yeah, but there you have it. If Memphis approves of you, you're practically a shoo-in. Sally rests her head on the table, looking through her lashes at me. Do you think you could be with me, Max? I'm a pretty hefty little load of cave eats. Some might say I'm high maintenance. Pff, yeah, right. You're a sweet girl, with a good head on her shoulders. You're honest enough to tell me to screw myself when I need to, and sweet enough to put up with me when I don't. You do need to get bent a little more often than average, I'll admit. Though you can be sweet when you put your mind to it. Sally grins widely at me, and I can't help but grin back. I'll never admit it, but my heart feels lighter when I see her smile like that. I don't think there are any dogs to get in our way here. That's dumb. I laugh a bit and get out of my chair, walking over to where Sally is smiling and resting her head. I gently cup her cheek, bringing her face up from the table, looking into her green eyes for a moment before she closes them. She leans into my hand and purses her lips. When our lips meet, it feels right, like when a riff just clicks home. Hell, if I didn't know any better, I'd almost swear I heard music. As our lips part, we look over and there is music. Well, birds singing anyways. Two birds are sitting on top of the bird feeder, and one of them is chirping a sweet little tune to the other one. While we both watch, the birds stop singing and the two birds approach, briefly touching beaks. Ha! I think they're trying to show you up, Max. You're not gonna let them outdo you, are ya? Well, if you'd like me to warble out a chirpy tune, I can go get my guitar, but I think you'll like this a bit better. I kiss her again, this time wrapping my arms around her, pulling her up from a chair and close to my body. She turns my kiss with a deep passion. Fuck, I can't speak. Our mouths part slightly and we explore for just a little while. When we break this time, the two birds chirp at each other a few more times before flying off in the same direction. So, we've clearly seen the birds. I suppose we get to the bees. Wait, what? Bruh, ain't no way we about to go this crazy. We just had our first kiss like 20 minutes ago. 20 seconds, I mean. We chuckle and kiss again on the deck. Then I lead Sally inside the house into the spare bedroom nobody's sleeping in. So this is why you and Isabella wanted to make sure there was the spare room. Well, what do you expect from a couple of horn dogs? A good damn time. Damn! I raised an eyebrow at Sally just in time for her to push me backwards onto the spare bed. Her lips are hungry as they press into mine. God, this is making me really uncomfortable. Her hands hold my arms above my head as she kisses all over my face. I try to catch her face, placing gentle kisses on her eyes and forehead. Sally sits up as she straddles me, pulling me up after her. I happily comply, kissing her deeply. Our lips part for a moment as Sally pulls my shirt over my head, then she's kissing me again. God, bruh, sex too? Is this sex too? It tugs meat for a moment as Sally moans lightly. I run my hands. God damn, bro. Y'all doing too much yapping right now. I just want this shit off my screen. I run my hands over her back as she begins to kiss down my neck. She begins kissing my chest, running her hands over my abs. I feel her hands pulling at my shorts as her lips kiss over my pecs and down to my stomach. Oh, okay. There we go. 30 minutes later, Sally and I are laying next to each other in the spare bedroom. Nah, they got freaky, bro. 30 minutes? Oh, Max, you a better man than me. Oh man, I hope nobody heard that. Nah, no one else is in the house. I was not expecting that. I may not lay my sexuality on the table like Isabella, but I'm not ashamed of it. Exploring my energy, means exploring my body. Fuck. Well, then I should explore your energy a bit more. Sally laughs and swats my roving hand. Stop that. I'm just saying I'm not a prude or anything. That, and I think our auras mingle nicely. Very nicely. You sure you're gonna be able to put up with me still eating meat from time to time? Don't expect me to eat it, and I'd like if you cut it back, but I'm not going to force you to be something you're not. I like you, Max. I like you too, Sally. I like you too. How long until someone comes to find us? I don't answer, just satisfied hanging out with Sally for a while longer. Have changed. Don't review them for the final ending. I don't know how many weeks are left, but I don't think I could possibly fuck this up. 300, 200. I just realized Isabella is the opposite way around. 300, 200. But, look at that shit. We're already at 281 and 173. We can definitely get to 300 and 200. Let's go. I believe we've got about 30 minutes left if we want to fill up the time. I could use skip now. Oh, we're back to this? I'm not gonna lie, Sally, this place is a little weird. Yeah, I noticed. Still, I hope to see some of these experimentations work out someday. You dream big. I admire that about you, you know? Oh, Max, sweetie, how are you liking working here? It's not bad. It's hard, but I enjoy getting active from time to time. Nothing wrong with working up a sweat once in a while. You know what they say, if it feels good, do it. Find a place to get active. Figure out what the hell is wrong with this place. Find a place to get active. You know, the new crop of broccoli won't sing in berry white. We could go turn the lights down. Ooh. Plus I could grab some of those string beans. They give a great massage. Don't say another word. Just go get the wine fruits. Who's awesome? I'm awesome. Alright. I know this bed is just a cheap single, but after a long day it feels fantastic. The last quarter has barely begun and I'm already feeling blown out. Nah, bro, that had to be gay, bro. I even made it home before everyone else. I put my cell phone out to put it on the charger and noticed a text from Sally. We haven't had a chance to hang out much these last few days. We just hung out yesterday. It might be nice to go out tonight. Maybe I'll give Sally a call. Play event. I smile and call up the speed dial contact for Sally. Hopefully we can at least catch a bite to eat together. Hi Max, how's it going? Got your text. Was thinking about seeing you. What are you up to? You had a chance to walk Vegemite yet? No, not yet. I'm on my way home right now. Well, if you don't mind a bit of company, let's take him down to the park. Sounds great. Let's do it. 30 minutes later, Sally and I are walking down one of the lanes in the park while Vegemite tries to tear my arm off, stuffing everything inside. So, when are you guys playing next? Not sure. Gaz's place is booked up for the week, but I'm working on something to hopefully get us up sooner. What about you? Got any protests lined up? Sally laughs and shakes her head almost disappointedly. No, after that last one, I've learned I need to do my research before I jump on a cause. I suppose it's a good lesson to learn. So, what got you so involved in this political activism stuff? One of my dad's neighbors kept cows. At least until the feds busted him for gross negligence and animal cruelty. What the fuck? That came out of nowhere, bro. I saw those cows. I was the one who called in the tip the feds followed. It put me off meat for life. But more importantly, I know half the reason that man did what he did was the economic and political forces stacked against him. Oh, it's actually pretty deep. You really thought about that stuff, huh? You know, I don't know if I just noticed this, but their eyebrows literally go over their hair. And their hair is kind of clear too, because I could see their nose through it. Isn't that weird? I just noticed that just randomly out the corner of my eye, my bad. Sally pushes me gently while grinning at me. Thanks for coming out with me, Max. You know, Vegemite's not gonna stop needing walks anytime soon. Definitely, I can't wait for next time. We'll see, maybe I'm keeping my options open. Definitely, I can't wait for next time. Sally smiles at me and we chuckle. Skip! My grades are also at 607. Is there like a stats meter for like things? I'm not really sure what I want to do tonight. I should probably get some work done, but it's Saturday and I feel like taking a little time to myself. I respectfully request that you back off. With all due respect, please stay away from me. I turned for a moment wondering if Rakesh is talking to me, but I don't think he is. He's got a notebook in one hand and he's stabbing it with a pen in the other. He seems to be considering what he wants to write down. He looks up from his notebook and catches me looking at him. Ah, Max, welcome home. I must tell my parents how I feel, if possible without telling them how I feel. He looks at me as though I've got the answers hidden in my back pocket. I'm not sure what to tell him. Should we help him? Nah. Well, good luck with that, bro. I know you can figure it out. Just, write what's in your heart or something. I know you can do it, Rakesh. Do your best. That's exactly what I would have said, bro. That's 1-for-1 exactly what I would have done. Rakesh nods at me with a mixture of disappointment and bewilderment in his eyes. He turns and walks away upstairs. I can't help but feel I've dodged a bit of a bullet there. I really don't want to get into that middle of Rakesh's family squabble. Skip. Okay, we're on week 18, and we are at 11 minutes today. What do you mean my money's at $5? I'm fucking poor? I work nearly every day. Oh, well, -15 plus 15. -15 plus 15. I'm an idiot. Let's work a bit more. Data entry, I guess. Okay, we'll work a bit more now. Plus the studying. Plus the hangouts. We can probably save up a few bucks. As I sit in my room, I find myself staring at the ceiling. It's been a good year so far. I've had a lot of fun, gotten used to college life. I've even gotten together with Sally, but as I think about what I've got done this year, I can't help but feel like I haven't really made a lot of progress on my greater goals. I mean, this college stuff is alright and all, but how is Back Alley Flash really doing? We had a good few shows at Christmas, and we've done 1 or 2 shows. I don't know, I feel like I've got to throw one final show for this first year. Really get my name out there. It's gonna take some work, but if we pull it off by the time school starts up next year, we should be a campus legend. Let's do it. A few hours later, and Memphis and I are sitting in the cafe, talking about our options. Look, I'm with you, man. I'm always up for throwing a killer show. Big question is, how are you gonna do it? I mean, guys has got a pretty big band plan. Yeah, I know. Maybe we can do something on campus, though. Look, it's the last quarter of the year. That means two things are happening. Freshmen are celebrating their first year, and seniors are celebrating graduation. Between the two of those, there's got to be a party we can land. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, I need to figure out a set list and scope the scene to figure out where we're doing this. We're trying to get our names on all these people's lips, am I right? Damn right. By the time we're done, I don't want those people to be able to think of anything but us all summer. Alright, you scope the scene, I'll work on the set list. I'll check out the prospective scenes you work on the set list. Yeah. Perfect, I'll get to work right away. It'll be easier for you to find the party since you're already a student. My thoughts exactly. Once you get some stuff together, send it over to me. We'll practice a bit beforehand. Sounds awesome. I give Memphis a high five as we get up from our table and start heading out. I'm excited. Something tells me this is gonna be big. Skip. I give a stretch after a long day of classes. I'm looking at the stairs thinking how it's nice going back to my room. As I head up, I consider heading over to Sally's room first. It'd be nice to see her. I head over to Sally's door, knocking quietly. A few moments later, I see her smiling face at the door. Hey Max, welcome home. Come on in. I was just finishing up some homework. Sure, sounds perfect. I head into Sally's room, closing the door behind me. The next few hours, we chat as we do homework together. It's a great time. Oh, okay. Skip. It's still early in the quarter. I'm not sure what to expect from Professor Merriweather. Still, it should at least be entertaining. Alright, if you're in this class, you've probably got the basics down. Which means it's time to start getting serious. Now, normally we do this sort of thing in a lab, but today is special for two reasons. I forgot what her voice was. If it was something different, dude, I can't remember what it was. Number one, some brain genius decided to mix glycerin with KMNO4 in our labs, meaning there is now an opportunity for alternate environment learning. Secondly, the morgue is full and my contact is on the cheap. As soon as she says that, one of the professor's TAs walk into the room pushing a cart with a blanket over it, and a suspiciously body-shaped lump under the blanket. This is a 103 class. I'm pretty sure we're not up to this stuff yet. As soon as I see the look of glee on the professor's face, though, I know we're gonna do this. Alright, better question. Who wants to make the first incision? Don't worry, he's dead. He complains very little. You just brought a whole dead guy in a class? Bro, I didn't sign up for this. I'm just a music major, ain't I? Around the room, everyone seems unsure what to do with this. A few hands tentatively go up. Come on. Won't get a chance like this for another 2 or 3 years. Prof, is this, legal? I'm sorry, I thought this was biology. Apparently it's intro to law. Well, as it turns out, I've probably got a degree in that too, so how about you shut up? As a matter of fact, it looks like someone just volunteered to take the first cut. The professor stares at me as the entire rest of the class turns to look at me with a mixture of amusement and horror. I wait for a few moments to see if the professor is going to change her mind, but finally I stand up and walk down to the front of the class. Here you go, Captain Rules. How about you choose our lesson plan for today? Pick a spot. We'll examine whatever you cut up. The professor hands me some plastic gloves, which I put on as she stands there staring at me. She then hands me a scalpel and I lick the body. Luckily, the TA left his face and lower half covered. I walk over to the corpse and try to figure out what I'm gonna do. Cut into the chest, cut into the belly, refuse to cut. I'm gonna refuse to cut. Look at my face. Look at bro. He's fucking traumatized. Sorry, Professor, but I just can't do this. It's, against my religion. Really? Your religion is being a wuss? And the scalpel back as the professor rolls her eyes at me. Now, the first thing you'll notice is the lack of blood. That's because they drain these things and because I'm not a complete idiot. The professor looks at me just standing there and makes a shooing motion. I slowly return to my seat as Professor Merriweather begins her lecture properly. I can't believe she had me do that. So disgusting, I need to skip this class from now on. Skip. Week 19. Okay, Wednesday, new event. I am starving. Luckily, the cafe is on the way home. That sandwich sounds perfect about now. As I open the door, I see Isabella and wave hello. She smiles, but she seems to be busy. As I'm sitting down with my food, I notice Chad coming in. Ugh, this might get ugly. I stick to my seat, but I don't exactly call for his attention. I may not be afraid of a little trouble, but that doesn't mean I need to go looking for it. Besides, I should be here in case Isabella needs my backup, but I don't want to start drama. Luckily, Isabella doesn't notice him at first and keeps serving other customers. Finally, after a few moments, I hear Chad clearing his throat loudly. Hey, Isabella, I don't have a word or nothing? I don't see why you should get a word in. Do you honestly feel like there's something to say? Because I don't particularly. Come on, don't be like that, baby. Look, I'm sorry I screwed up. Doesn't mean we can't have some good times, right? You really think that's all it's gonna take? Isabella sits down the tray she was carrying with enough force that sound echoes throughout the whole cafe. We're over, you bastard. You had your chance at greatness and you frickin' blew it. Now scuttle off and leave me be. Come on, baby. I'm not the only one missing out. We had some good times, right? I made some mistakes, sure, but I'm coming to you on my knees here. Oh, are you? Really? Because you look like you're standing perfectly well to me. You don't even have flowers or chocolates or anything. You're not even trying. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you didn't bring me flowers. I'd hate to think you wasted your money. We done here? Come on, you think you could do better than me? Just forgive me already. Are you kidding? I could find a better man than you out behind the dumpsters. Chad turns red in anger for a moment. Are you kidding me? I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. Jump in and help Isabella. Damn right we're gonna jump in and help Isabella. What the fuck? I can't stand anymore. I'm not gonna let Chad bully Isabella like this. Hey, crap for brains, I think the lady's telling you to buzz off. Isabella's fiery gaze is turned on me for a moment before she rolls her eyes. I don't remember asking your opinion, douchebag. I'm trying to talk to my girlfriend here. Oh, is she somewhere behind Isabella? Because I know damn well and good that she dumped your ass. Chad starts walking over toward me, puffing out his chest. Didn't anybody ever tell you mess with another man's woman? What? Didn't anybody ever tell you mess with another man's woman? What the fuck does that mean? As far as I know, she's not your woman anymore, dumbass, if she ever was, so why don't you accept your fate and move on? I will wipe the floor with you, you insignificant little... Chad, if you cause a mess in my cafe, you will regret the day you enrolled in this school. Do you understand me? I will end you. Chad looks between the two of us, and for a few moments, I'm not sure if he's gonna try something. I tense up in case it comes to that. Finally, Chad throws up his hands and spins to leave the cafe. Fine. Whatever you had, something awesome, and you lost it, Isabella. I hope that twerp at least gives good head. What? I smirk as Chad leaves, defeated. My smirk fades, though, as Isabella plants herself in front of me. What the hell was that? Did you not see that I had it under control? What? I was just trying to help. I didn't want to see you getting beat up by that dumb asshole. I'm no porcelain doll that needs protecting, Max. I'm a big girl, thank you very much. Take your food and I'll see you at home. I need to blow off some steam for a while. Isabella stalks off into the back room. I grab my things and head out soon after. I guess I screwed up. If me trying to stand up for her was bad, well then fuck. Apparently I did bad. I'm not gonna act like I'm against it. Finally, I've got a little free time to start thinking about this end of the year gig I've been planning. Need to ask around and see what kind of parties I can dig up. Let's play the event. Because I feel like we're nearing the end, which might make this the complete final recording of this game. Alright, time to find a party around here. Shouldn't be too hard. This isn't exactly a party-free campus. Of course, the easiest way to do that is to talk to the hardest partying person I know, Isabella. I knock on Isabella and give her my best smile as she opens up. Hey babe, mind if I come in a second? Why do you call her babe, bro? And then she calls me hot stuff. You're dating a whole ass other woman, dude. Am I the only one who finds a problem with that? Is it just me? I find a problem with that. Sure thing, hot stuff. Brings you down the long, hard trek from your room to mine. Actually, I had a quick question. I'm trying to throw a gig together here on campus, and I'm wondering if you knew of anyone throwing a big end of the year bash. Ah, funny you should ask. Actually, Anne's trying to throw one. What? Anne, shy girl extraordinaire. Isabella shrugs and just points me down the hall. A moment later, I'm knocking on Anne's door. Oh, hey Max, what's going on? So how come you didn't tell me about this party you're supposedly throwing? Anne looks like she's about to blush, but then looks like she's trying really hard not to. Well, it's still pretty early in the planning stages, so I haven't really told many people about it yet. You have entertainment already? No, that's my next task. Well, as it turns out, I know this incredible band that would love to get a gig going at a hot college party. Oh, you mean it? That's terrific. Once we figured out what we're gonna throw it, I'll talk to you to work out the details. Thanks, Max. This means a lot to me. Apparently it means so much to her that she swirls away excitedly, shutting the door on me. I head back to my room and dial up Memphis, filling him in on all the details. Luckily, he hasn't been idle, and I have to admit he picked a pretty good lineup for our set. Okay, so we've got our venue and our set. Now we just need to figure out how we get the word out. Does she know where she's holding it yet? Not yet. I figure we'll just get some flyers done. Fair enough. You want to draw them? I can't do flyers for crap. Maybe we can get Slim to do them. Nah, I'll figure it out. Okay, you want to go flashy or utilitarian? Flashy might draw bigger crowd, but the crowd you draw won't necessarily be fans, so they'll be harder to please. Utilitarian flyers, they'll get us a crowd that knows what they're in for, even if they might not be as big. Let's go flashy. We gotta go flashy because... what's it called? Even if it's a larger amount of people that might not know what they're getting into, if we're good enough musicians, we can cook. We don't need to make sure that these motherfuckers know who we are. We can cook. Alright? Let us cook. Last time I checked, we weren't called back alley utilitarian. Fucking Christ, that's a hard word to say. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Alright, just a suggestion. Seriously, who's gonna do it though? Don't worry, I think I know what to do with that. Just leave it to me. Skip. Week 20. Do I have what I need? 200 spontaneous, 300 active. I'm good. This is the end of the game practically. So I'm gonna make sure all times of this day I'm fucking studying, man. I don't think I should be doing anything else. I just want to graduate now. Study. 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 Look at our shit, bro. Study. 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 It's either studying or sleeping in. Which I'm gonna make this sleep early. Sleep early. I'm gonna throw in one nap. Take a nap. Okay, this looks good, right? This should get us graduated. I snag a good seat prepared for another class. Sometimes I can't believe they still let Professor Task teach here. I guess that's the power of tenure. I wonder what he's gonna get into today. Alright, you little monkey sack, sit down. Let's get this started. Everyone quiets down, settling in their seats. The professor turns on a projector and starts displaying slides. The slides seem to be displaying a countryside, a few buildings dotted. As he progresses through the slides, we see a bunch of people standing in front of buildings and posing. Professor, are we just looking at your vacation slides? What's your point? I'm trying to get to the point. If certain noisy no things would stop interrupting me. I sit back in my seat, not believing we're actually looking at Professor Vacation slides. Here we are. This is the slide that matters. On the projector is... oh, I thought it was going to be like... because we were at his house, right? I thought... That was gonna be a picture of like me and Sally going into the room, and bro's just about to show that to the entire class. And the projector is a picture of some kind of small green statue. The fabled jade monkey of Tuskatoon, a small village in western Nigeria. I sought this fabled statue for 6 years before beginning my career here. Unfortunately, just as it was in my grasp, I lost it to a rival hunter. What's the point of this, Professor? Oh yes, what is the point indeed? The point, my dear, is that I have never given up on my research, and now I have located the final piece. I know that one of you has it. The professor points at Roxanne and myself. The rest of the class gasps in surprise. Why, whatever do you mean, Professor? Yeah, what are you talking about? Oh, don't play dumb with me. Give up the jade monkey and I won't have to spring the trap I planted on both of your chairs. The professor pulls out a small switch attached to a radio transmitter. I look under my chair and I see the dynamite he planted there. What? Give up the jade monkey? I have it? Accuse Roxanne of holding the monkey. Wait, I have it? Why do I have it? Did I miss something? Why do I have... I'm gonna act like I don't have it. I stand up pointing my finger squarely at Roxanne. Sorry, Red, but I know you've got it. Just cough it up already so we can go home. Roxanne frowns and reaches into her backpack. When her hand comes back, it's holding a small jade statue. There it is, my pupil. Get the statue and you shall want for nothing. I nod at the professor, glaring at Roxanne for her part. She just smiles, cocking her hand and waving me on. I jump up, kicking off my desk so I can fly across the room to where Roxanne is. She blocks my initial punch with a swift motion of her arm. Wait, that was Crane meets a traveler. It cannot be. You are from Deaf Hand School. Of course I am. Did you truly think you had destroyed all of our clan? You don't have the strength now. Let me show you a true kung fu. What the fuck is happening? What is this? Is this theater class? Like, what is happening? Our fists meet with a thunderclap as we try to move past each other's defense. Her kung fu is strong, but I know that I have righteousness on my side. Suddenly, one of her feet darts out, sweeping my leg. I immediately retreat, standing into a crane. What the fuck happened? Am I stupid? Ha, you have left yourself open. Her fist moves faster than I can imagine, hitting 4 pressure points in my chest. You were a worthy opponent, but you only have 4 steps to live. Professor Task and the rest of the class gasp in pain and sorrow as Roxanne moves 6 steps away from me. Can't let her get away for like this. I take 2 steps forward, another with my 4th step. Pain builds in my chest. I can see Roxanne smirking condescendingly at me. With a start, I lift my head off my desk. I can't believe I fell asleep. What the hell was that dream? And that's why you should always be aware of what kind of cheeks you're buying in foreign countries. See, I told you I was getting to a point. What the fuck was that, bro? Time's running short to get my plans in motion. I need to get a great poster out to let people know what I'm doing. I think it's time I talk to Rakesh. Damn right. I head down the hall, formulating my game plan as I go. I knock on Rakesh's door, thinking about what kind of poster he might make. Max, please, come in. Hey, bro. I give Rakesh a quick high five as I enter his room. Let's get right to business. I need to commission you. What for? Have you heard about this party Anne's throwing? My band's gonna be playing. Oh yes, she invited me just the other day. That is incredibly exciting, Max. Yes, let us design a poster for your outing. Speak to me, Max. Speak to me of music. Rakesh spins with a flourish and walks over toward his easel, placing a new sheet of paper on it. He's a very silly person sometimes. I sit down on his bed and watch as he stares at the paper, waiting for me to talk first. Oh, you know the band, Back Alley Flash. We want something flashy, something that says, we're here to blow your socks off. And your panties. Yes, I can produce this thing for you. I shall craft such a poster that women's undergarments shall implode from the glory. Rakesh starts sketching on his paper, making wild marked across everywhere. I can't really tell what's on it. A few minutes later, he turns to look at me. He gestures towards a big white space towards the top of the poster. What do you think? I can put your portraits up here, or I can put something more imaginative? Let your imagination fly, Rakesh. I trust you. Yeah, I said flashy, Rakesh. Just give me whatever you like. Rakesh grins at me and starts sketching into the white space. This will take a while. I will have your posters ready to distribute tomorrow. I will even put them up around for you. Oh, thank you. Alright, Rakesh, it's in your hands right now. Okay. So the mixture of that and our grades absolutely skyrocketing, we should be good. I mean, do we have to hit 999? I think I sleep early way too often. My energy levels are still good. Let me skip this. Why am I taking so long? Back in my room at last, just as I'm putting my keys on my desk, there's a knock on my door. Max, you have to help me. They have outwitted me. I stand with my keys in hand staring at Rakesh. Who's outwitted you? My parents. They're going to be video calling me in 20 minutes. So? The letter I wrote them. They're not coming, but they still want to check up on me. You have to help me. I look down at the keys in my hand for a moment before answering. Let's do it. He's helping us with the posters for free of charge, then I'm gonna do this. Alright, Rakesh, what do you want to do? I mean, it's just a phone call. It's not like they can hear you through the phone, even if it's a video conference. I don't know. I have to convince them that I'm okay here, there's no need to worry, and, that I'm still on the medical track. What exactly did you tell them in your letter? Well, I told them that I was in a halfway house for diseased college students, that it was part of my learning process for becoming a doctor. I told them that I was safe because I had been inoculated, but that they should not come at all. That is ridiculously far-fetched, Rakesh. That is why I asked for your help, Max. Alright, sorry. Okay, what do you want to do now? I am quite glad you asked. 15 minutes later, Rakesh is standing in front of his laptop with a webcam attached. This is not his room. This is Anne's room, isn't it? We're sitting in Anne's room. Why didn't I just keep reading? I should have just kept reading. I don't know why the fuck I'm so dumb. We're sitting in Anne's room, which is probably the cleanest looking of all rooms here. I'm not sure how he convinced Anne to leave, but it's just the two of us in here. Rakesh is strewn various charts and graphs around the room. I'm lying in a bed with a cold compress on my head. Not to mention a rather hastily put together paint job that's supposed to make me look like a sick person, but mostly makes me look like a Martian. You really think this is gonna work? It must, Max. I think we can pull this off together. Just a few moments later, his video conferencing software bleeps at him and Rakesh hurriedly tucks me into the bed. Okay, here we go. Remember, I am the competent medical student and you are my patient. I moan in a sickly fashion and Rakesh gives me a thumbs up. A video screen pops up on his computer and I can just barely make out the blurry image of Rakesh's parents. I quickly lay my head back down though, so I look more like I'm resting. Rakesh says something in Urdu that I assume is a greeting, then his parents say something back. Are you sure I do not mind? I have not had much chance to speak in my native tongue lately. His parents say something back and Rakesh just nods, continuing in English. Well, this is my office where I keep my computer. As you can see, I have a patient here right now, so I cannot talk too loudly. Oh yes, it is very normal for one such as I, who is moving so well along the path to earning my doctorate. I must prove my skills after all. I try not to roll my eyes. He is really overselling it. Oh no, my patient is very comfortable, I'm sure. After all, I do my best to attend their needs whenever they arise. Whenever they arise! Crap, that was my cue. I cough loudly, moaning in a sickly fashion and trying to roll around. Just a moment, I will be right back. Oh, the pain! And also the misery! So much of that as well. I am in both pain and misery. Also a little hungry, but that seems irrelevant compared to the pain and also misery. Rakesh glares at me for a moment while he pretends to check my charts. I try not to laugh. I feel a little bad about the hammy acting. Finally, Rakesh puts one of those blood pressure dealies on my arm and a stethoscope on my chest. I don't think that's how those things are used, but I cough a few times to make it seem good. Oh my goodness. Your pressure is 190/24 and your fever is 55 degrees Celsius. We must boost your fluid stat. I am so sorry, Mother, but I will have to call you back another time. My patient here may be collapsing. I gurgle a little and fall back limp. I really hope this helps. Though, a part of me really hopes it doesn't. These kind of theatrics can't last forever. What What do you mean, what am I doing? I am tending to a patient, as we in medical training do. Of course this is real. What else could it be? Oh, I guess these kind of theatrics don't last very long at all. Rakesh is floundering. I open my eyes and see him sweating bullets looking at that screen. I guess the jig is up. Fuck. Fuck. I don't know what the right option there was. I'm not gonna take it back no matter what, though. That was a hard option, not gonna lie. I sit up in the bed, removing the cold compress and trying to smear some of the paint off my face. Okay, that's about enough of that. Look, Rakesh's parents, sorry. I don't know your names, and I don't understand Urdu either. Rakesh tries to move his arms to stop me, but seems horrified to move. But here's the gist. Your boy here hates medicine. It's not his bag. He's not into it. You understand? It's great that you want him to be a doctor, but he wants to be an artist, and he's actually got a talent, too. So you can either sit there stifling your kid until he explodes, or you can step off and let your son grow into the man he's meant to be. Yes, it is true. I'm sorry to both of you, but my heart is not in medicine. It is not who I am meant to be. No, this is not one of my childish whims. I know this is in my heart. I know what I am, in my heart, and a doctor is not it. For the next few minutes, there is little else but yelling coming from the other side of the internet connection. Rakesh stands next to me with the pained look every child gets when they're yelled at by their parents. I feel for him, but I know it had to be done. Yes, I understand, Father. Perhaps we both require more time to cool down. I'll speak with you another time. His parents say something else and then Rakesh responds, this time in Urdu. Then the line cuts and Rakesh slumps down on the bed. That was heroin. I do not know if that was the right choice, Max, but it is made. Perhaps for the best, we shall see. I think you'll find it will lift a burden from you, Rakesh. You'll see. That kinda sucks. Yeah, okay, give me a call tomorrow and we'll run down the set list. Okay, hold on. We're running a bit late on this. I'm gonna make sure that my phone does not go off mid-video. So I'm just gonna take that off. And then put the phone back in my pocket. Yeah, okay, give me a call tomorrow. We'll run down the set list, okay? You got it, man. I think tonight I'm gonna take Sally out. Yeah, seems like a good plan. Memphis and I wave goodbye to each other. I know Sally's home, though, with finals coming up pretty soon. Play event. I grab my jacket and head back outside. Unless I miss my guess, she should be around here right about now. Hey, Max. I spin around and spot Sally coming back. Oh, hey, looks like I was late coming out. I'm glad you came out anyway. Here, let me put Veggie away and we'll just go for a walk, the two of us. 20 minutes later, Sally and I are walking around town, hand in hand. It's a little embarrassing, but she's cute, so it's alright. So, if we can get enough signatures, the dean promised to look into the issue. Wow, nice work, Sally. You're really taking the stand here. Well, yeah, my poli-sci professor says he'll give me extra credit for it, so it's not entirely altruistic. How are you doing in that class, anyway? Pretty well. The professor used to participate in protests all the time when he was a student. He's been pretty inspirational. That's my lady. Gonna change the world one day. Hopefully more than once. What about you? You want to sign our petition? Yeah, sure. Show it to me when we get back. You know, I hope your band does take off. There's nothing like a rock star to get a message out there. I grin as Sally squeezes my hand. Well, every great rock star needs an activist girlfriend. Keeps me from getting all strung out on crack. I could get all strung out on the environment. I hear you could get hella high huffling oil-covered seagulls. That might be a little off message. Still, good to know your heart's in more or less the right place. Hey, if it's in your hands, I know it's the right place. And let me know when your next protest is. I come to bail you out. Well, don't play it too safe. I like a troublemaker. I'll just bet you do. Don't worry, I don't plan on giving you an easy time. Sounds fun to me. Look forward to taking everything you can dish out. Sally pulls me close and kisses my cheek. I think you'll be more than a handful for me too, boy. Sally smiles as we continue our walk. After a little while, we find a nice bench. We watch the sunset as we talk, my arms around her. think this is the last week. Oh god, we're done. I think we're done. Look at our stats. Almost at 999. Tonight's a big night. Everything I've worked for comes down to tonight. Alright, Max. We've got everything ready. Just about. We've got the flyers all printed up and the spare stuff all ordered. Had to get some spare amps and a few nice mics. Long story short, bro, it's time to pay the piper. Yeah, alright, but otherwise we're all ready to go, right? Yeah, and though I don't think Ann's paying us until after tonight, so you better have money up front. Or you can call everything off. It'd piss some people off, but I guess it's better than starving in a gutter somewhere. Must you always be dramatic? I don't got money. I don't got money. Oh my god, bruh. You're fucking kidding me, bro. I spent a whole ass night playing this. A few hours later, I'm standing in a rented party hall, watching everything get set up. It looks like Anne went out of her way to get this whole thing going right. I can even see the bartender setting up shop. Hopefully she won't mind a few extra guests when our fans show up. Finally, I spot the band coming in. There you jerks are, I thought you'd stood me up. You wish, then you would have had the whole stage to yourself. As the band flies in, I'm a little surprised to see Sally helping them carry instruments up to the makeshift stage we set up. She puts down the instrument she's carrying, she comes over to give me a quick kiss. You need anything else, sweetie? Otherwise, I'll go see if Anne needs a hand. No, I think we're good. Thanks for the help, Sally. She smiles and blows me a kiss as she goes off to help Anne. After another hour or so, I hear Anne yelling across the hall. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna open the door. Close the curtain. You're on in 20 minutes, Max. I give her a thumbs up and she smiles as the curtains close. I can hear the crowd gathering and take a quick peek through the curtain. The band is almost ready. Our sound checks are long since finished. Just make sure everything's locked down. Good crowd here. Looks like we got a lot of attention. Yeah, I'll bet that flyer was badass. I grin at Memphis and close the curtain. A few minutes later, I hear Anne walking on stage. Everyone, thank you very much for coming to attend my end of the year party. I know a lot of you are freshmen like me, and if nothing else, we first years should stick together. So let's not let this year be the last we see each other. I hope we can support each other and be friends all through college. She's laying it on a little thick, but I'm sure she's just excited. The crowd roars in appreciation of the sentiment, though good to hear they appreciated it. And with that in mind, here's another band fronted by another first-year students just like us, so I hope you're ready to rock like never before. May I present Back Alley Flash! The curtains pulled back almost instantly, and I strum a chord, taking a quick look at my band before grinning and hitting immediately into our first song. As I look over the crowd, I can tell the house is full. Everyone cheers as we really get going on our first number. This is going to be a great set. At least when I look carefully, I can spot all of our roommates here, ready to enjoy the show. Even Douchenick showed up. Back Alley Flash plays its heart out for the next 70 minutes. By the end, the crowd is cheering and loving it. I can see the bartender standing bored. Looks like everyone was too enraptured to even go after drinks. When the crowd inevitably calls for an encore, we give it to them, playing a fast dance number. Most of the crowd grabs a partner and starts dancing up a storm. And I noticed Rakesh grabbing Carbon for a dance. I'm surprised to see Carmen grab Rakesh's ass. Though the grin on his face tells me it's alright with him. Oh, he's definitely getting pegged tonight. He getting pegged tonight. She grabbing his ass? Oh yeah, he getting pegged. He's cooked. I can see all the other roommates dancing together, making a nice circle. Although he probably liked getting pegged. Being straight up honest with you, he probably enjoys it. To high heaven. Finally, we finish our set and the curtains close on us. The band stands up, stretches after a long set, and cheers. We did a damn fine job out there. Not bad, you stage hog. Not bad yourself, jerkface. I give him a quick hug before high-fiving Jerry and Slim. Memphis won't let that stand though, drags us all in for a group hug. Suddenly, Slim's boyfriend breaks us up by wrapping his arms around her. We all laugh as she turns to slug him one in the stomach for sneaking up on her. Luckily, she's not the only one of backstage visitors. Sally comes running backstage to plant a big kiss right on my lips. I smiled broadly, hugging Sally's close. Finally, we all head back out into the crowd to revel in our adoration of our new fans. This is the true definition of a rock god. We make our way over to the roommates who are all still gathered. Alright, how was it, really? That was a damn good show, Max. I didn't know you actually had hard work in you. Oh, I'm gonna blush, douchebag, thanks. Everyone laughs and congratulates me on a job well done. And with that, I think everyone deserves a drink. On me. Everyone cheers as we go forth to celebrate the end of the year a little longer. Dude, we have like, what, 20 bucks? We're cooked. We got $10. And I can't stop it. I think this is the last week. Or, well, next week is the last week. Alright, kids, you've got finals next week, so I'm sure you've all got plenty of studying to do. Hey, Google, stop. Okay, sorry about that. I could try teaching you something that's gonna be on the finals, but really, why should I start teaching now? The professor throws a sign on the projector that just says study before walking out of the room. This motherfucker. After class opens their books and starts studying, the other half starts standing up and picking their things. Not sure which I should do. Skip it. Suppose I really should get some studying done. I don't want to blow my finals after all. Seems like a perfectly quiet place to do it. Break open my book and start writing some notes to take a closer look at later tonight. It's been a long year, but I'm almost to summer. I could take a nice long break. I can really start focusing on my career instead of this silliness. The next 2 weeks fairly flew by. Between my finals and everyone else's, I barely got any time to spend with my friends. Oh, this was... This is it. I put a lot of work into the last final, but it's not really my last one. Sometimes the idea of 3 more years of this seems incredibly daunting. Which is precisely why I didn't want to get caught up in this college bull in the first place. I probably wouldn't even be on campus today if I hadn't needed to sell back some books. As long as I was here though, I went ahead and printed off my grades for the year. Despite all the craziness this quarter, I've even managed to keep my grades up. Just goes to show exactly how amazing I am. I kept my grades up without even trying. As I walked back towards Lionhouse to pack some things for a trip back home for a couple of people wave at me. I think they probably caught my show a few weeks back. I give them a wink and smile. The 2 of them seemed fairly happy to see me. The concert went alright. We could have done better, but at least our name is getting out there. Finally, standing back on the porch of Lionhouse, I think over all the things I've done this year. Smiling to myself, I open the door and head inside. And almost immediately run into Sally. Well, hey Max. Oh, sorry, Sally. We spent a few moments apologizing to each other. For my part, though, I can't help but wonder how I ended up with this bleeding heart vegetarian. I leaned down to pet Vegemite. I don't have to lean as far as I used to. He's really gotten much bigger. He licks my hand as he grins happily at me. He really is just a sweet dog, almost as sweet as his owner. As I pet him, I just find myself feeling content and happy. Yeah, she's a bleeding heart, but that just means she's not afraid to stand up for what she believes in. And my rock and roller soul really appreciates that. Vegan love. It's a terrible fucking trophy name. What, do I have something on me? What, no, you're fine. Damn fine if you ask me. Okay, we're just giving me a goofy greeting, you smooth talker, you. Oh, actually, can I ask you a favor? Sure, what's up, baby? I was down at the dog park in town a couple weeks back and met someone with a dog like Vegemite. She's a mutt too. We were talking about what breed we thought they were. Anyway, long story short, I promised to house sit for a little bit this summer, since the 2 get along so well. Wanna come help me walk her? Sure you're not trying to bring another dog home, right? Shut up and come on already. She smiles as we head down the street. I'll have to pick up some strange dog. 25 minutes later, the 2 of us are walking down the walking lane in the campus park. Aww. Luckily, this new dog is well behaved. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out with me, Max. I appreciate the help. Last time I tried to walk both at once, they just set about chasing each other, dragged me halfway around the park. Well, if that's all you're looking for, we can tie them to 2 different trees and I could drag you around behind some trees. Ha, don't be gross, Max. Although we're not leaving the dogs unsupervised. At least Vegemite's neutered. Means I can trust him a lot more than I trust you. Words hurt my heart. Words hurt, my dear. Words hurt. Sally just laughs at me. Well, with me. This is why I keep you around. You don't put up with my crap. I thought you kept me around for my veggie-fueled body and that thing I do in the sack you love so much. Ew. Look, I'm not saying you don't come with some additional benefits. Oh, did you upgrade me to the full package? Do I come with climate control? Well, I've certainly turned up the heat doing that thing in the sack you love so much. Okay. I love it when I can get Sally to blush. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm glad you're here with me. I'm always happy when you're around. Even when I'm making bacon. Don't push your luck, chump. Yes, even when you're performing questionable acts of animal consumption. Good, because I'm happy with you too. We pause on our walk, ignoring for a brief moment the tug on our arms. And we kiss. When her lips meet mine as the sun sets in the distance, I feel like I've made all the right choices in life. The happy sigh coming from her as we kiss on the road tells me she feels the same. I tell you the magic broke when the tugging on our arms became a bit more insistent, but honestly, the magic never did break. So yeah, that's the last thing I remember doing my first year of college. And it's been years since I thought about my college days. As I look back at the time I spent in Latin House, it was definitely the start of a new chapter for me. The world seemed full of new possibilities, and I think I really wanted to seize all of them. I really pushed myself academically. I probably devoted a little too much time to studying, but I guess I was tired of people thinking I was an idiot with a bit of music as a talent. Fuck. Saved my mom and pop's face when I double majored in business and music and got a degree for both. It was almost worth it. Whatever did happen to the others? It's hard to remember everybody these days. Let's see. Anne finished her degree in library science and then just stayed on at the university. They gave her a job at the library. Last I heard from her, she was up to her 4th degree. God damn! Sometimes I feel like she broke out of one cage and got trapped in another. But she seems happy, and I know she meets way more people these days. Dominic finally managed to get his physics degree about the same time I was graduating, of course. With the job market the way it was at the time, he didn't have any great prospects right off the bat. He spent the next few years continuing to provide RA functions for the university. Thanks to his record, eventually he got a job with one of those space exploration startups. Oh, that's good. The other week I got some spare bolts from one of their test flights. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh, but I've left out Sally, haven't I? Oh, were those my main 3 friends? Dominic 25, Sally, and okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So we get an update on our main 3 friends. Sally managed to get us into a fair amount of trouble. We even got arrested on a few times during our college years. Usually it was just at some protest where we'd get taken in with a bunch of others. We generally got off with slaps on the wrist. When we weren't protesting, everything was great. She got pretty big into yoga for a while, and we did that together. I helped keep her from adopting every stray in the greater metropolitan area. Jesus. It was a good run. No, you're in this particular ending because the sum of stats associated with the character was below 600. You discover a better ending if you meet or exceed these requirements. Wait, huh? You earn this particular ending because the sum of the stats associated with this character is below 600. You can discover a better ending. What did I need? After the second arrest, though, I stopped going with her to protest. The next time she got herself arrested, I still wanted to bail her out, but that was pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back. We broke up pretty soon after that. I think we made it to our junior year. Either way, the breakup was pretty ugly, so we just avoided each other for the rest of our time. I don't really know what happened to her after school. I just know I stopped hearing from the others about her as often, so she must have moved out. As for me, well, Back Alley Flash definitely got a kickstart that first year of college. We kept working on our act while I was at college, but after college, the band did alright in the years after college. We managed to get a small following, nothing huge, but enough to keep us living off our normal music. We had a couple songs on the radio that brought in sales for a bit. My concentration on classes during college had already put up a bit of a strain on the group. We broke up after a couple of years. I still talk to Memphis on occasion. We both do music scores for video games, though for different companies. But yeah, everything else about me you probably already know, and at any rate, that's good enough for now. I feel like I've been talking about myself for ages. How about you? How was your college experience? Game by Celso Riva. I'm I'm not satisfied with that ending, but it's a very realistic ending. Also, shout out to all these people getting put on the screen. Because the game was actually not bad. Usually with visual novels, I need some excitement in them to a certain extent. This game had that. This game had that excitement. At least, I personally felt that way. It's just... I feel like the way they made the gameplay aspect of this, although unique, it just didn't work well. And I think it messed up some of the bigger moments. At least they went with a very realistic way of doing it, where like they kind of like lost touch. But I would have preferred the happier ending. At least from a video game, it's about make believe most of the time, and I'm a bit sad that they broke up. But it was a game for sure. It was definitely a lot better than most visual novels. Thing is, it's probably not the best one out there. I want to say this is somewhere in my top 5 though. I play a lot of visual novels, by the way. I kind of want to do something real quick. Because I'm mad about that. I have to hit over 600, is that what they said? Then I'm keeping my grades right here. I think if I... Sorry guys, if y'all wanted something else out of me, you're not getting it. Look, it makes me annoyed at the fact that we didn't get that to happen. Cause I really like this game to the point where I care about these characters enough. And I felt like I was actually like, oh damn, like this was cool, these characters were fun, these characters were this, da 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 da. While climbing, in the park, I guess. Study, art store clerk. Cause it said I needed to what's it called? I needed to reach over 600 in overall stats, which I can see that yeah, I did not. So let's just do that. Alright, we're gonna skip everything. Y'all are gonna be here with me. I really hope I can get these final stats. Might as well. I'm just gonna skip it, to be honest. I'm skipping it. You're fucking kidding me if you think I'm gonna have to replay this game all over again. We're gonna find a way to do this. We're gonna find a fucking way. We're gonna look at the literal highest stat of what we can do. Okay, art for this day. Pub +6. Yoga class +6. Wall climbing +6. Clean the park +3. College farm +5. Cafe clerk +5 as well. I'm gonna do the college farm. Art store clerk. Bookstore. Data entry. I guess that works. Play tabletop +6. See a play +6. Play chess +6. God damn it, bro. Pub +6 +6. Fucking Christ. See play +6 +6 plus. Clean the park. Cafe clerk. I probably did do one clean the park. I doubt that might save us, but I'm gonna keep trying. +3 +3. plus 5. Alright, that's for grades. I'm a dumbass. Plus 3. I might just straight up do the math with y'all in here, because I don't think we can do it. College farm. Wall climbing. So you play chess. So it doesn't really matter on those. I believe we make it to Friday, but we don't finish Friday, so Thursday. So hold on. Let's do the math of what we have, right? Let's do a calculator. Let me clear what I had here first. So we have 340 plus 4 plus 3 plus 231. 578. Meaning if we want to do this, 600 minus 578, which should be, oh, okay, we need 22. Let's look at this. Plus 3. So let me go from 578 plus 3, right? Plus 6, right? College farm plus 5, right? Theater plus 6, right? Office plus 3. That's already 600. Wall climbing plus 6. That's 607. About right to unlock the final room, the total sum of 602 stats is required and set for the best ending epilogue. You're actually fucking kidding me. So I can't get the ending is basically what it's saying. Y'all some fucking snakes for real. Now I see why. Okay, I see why. Okay, so we gotta go back to 578, right? So this is plus 6, right? Plus 5, right? Plus one last final 6. 595. Y'all some fucking snakes for real. Let me see, what day did we end it off on? Okay, we're going through Wednesday. We're obviously gonna go through this event. Yeah, I'm gonna hate this game a little bit for that ending. But I guess that was it. That's all I could do, bro. Like I'm literally 20 minutes into like I have to like start getting ready for work. But I'm really upset about that. Cause god damn was this a lot of hours to go through. Just for that type of ending, which is very unsatisfying. But I guess no, it doesn't make sense because they only explain that. They don't even tell you. They just explain that, I guess. But I guess that is it for romance. If you want to know my thoughts on this, I'd probably give it like a 6.5, maybe a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. I think a 7 is fair. It was brought back by a lot of its simulation elements, which just felt like it hurt the game more than it added. Mostly because they would have to specify you into specific things. If I wanted to go see what that ending was now, I would have to literally do an entire run straight back to back of strength and things, and that's very much not inclusive to, you know, allowing you to play a lot of certain things. Like if you wanted to do an experimental run where you play as different characters, you would quite literally have to like change it every single time completely because of how little freedom there is. But it was fun and it was entertaining and I did like the characters. But in the end, I just didn't think it was satisfying enough for me to be like, yeah, that was good. That was amazing. That was one of the best things I've played. I've played for over an hour and 7 minutes in this recording alone. And I've recorded also the part that was like 20 minutes long, the part that was like 7, maybe 3 minutes long. But that was it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please keep doing great things. You are good at them. Bye. Guys, I couldn't leave it off like that. That ending did not make me happy. Be sad. I ran it back. Let's finish this off right. Maybe I let some opportunities pass me by. Still feel like I made the most out of those years. I really tried to push myself academically. Figured as long as I was there, I might as well try. My parents were pretty surprised to see the kind of grades I was pumping out. It was pretty gratifying seeing the looks on their face when I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Music. Whatever did happen to the others? Try to remember everybody. Let's see. And finish a degree in library science and then just stayed on at the university. Already did this. Oh, Isabella was my second best friend? Okay. Isabella eventually went back to Mexico. She stayed pretty much exactly long enough to get her master's in teaching. I long ago lost count of her boyfriends and girlfriends she had during the course of college, but to her credit, she never cheated on any of them. She writes every once in a while and promised to put me up if I ever make my way down there. Dominic finally managed to get his physics degree, about the same time I was graduating. Of course, with the job market the way it was at the time, he didn't. Yeah, we already went through Dominic's. And Sally. Sally managed to get us into a fair amount of trouble. We even got arrested on a few times during our college years. Usually it was just at some protest where we would get taken with a bunch of others. We generally got off with a slap on the wrist. When we weren't protesting, everything was great. She got pretty big into yoga for a while, and we did that together. Helped keep her from adopting every stray in the greater metropolitan area. It was a pretty good run. Luckily, before I had to put a final stop to any protesting, she managed to get noticed by a national animal rights advocacy group. Apparently, her willingness to put herself out there had really caught their eye. Their cause was right up her alley. She buckled down and got her communications degree and had a job waiting for her right out of college. She does publicity, actually. Between my band and her career, it was a little hard to keep things going. We ended up with a long-distance relationship for a while. Both of us had a traveling lifestyle, but we always had each other to come back to. Finally, after working on a joint venture for an ethical farming campaign, I just asked her to move in with me. We're not together all the time, but we've been sharing this place ever since. As for me, well, Back Alley Flash definitely got a kick start that first year of college. We kept working on our act while I was at college, but after college, the band did alright in the years after college. Managed to get a small following, nothing huge, but enough to keep us living off our music. Eventually, when Slim and her then husband decided to try to settle down, we broke up the band. Memphis and I went to collaborate together. He managed to get us a job doing music at a movie studio. But yeah, everything else about me you probably already know. Yep. We did it! It's over. That is it though. That is actually okay. That is it. Jesus fucking Christ, what a long ass video just to get the good ending. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please keep doing it.